stop scrolling right now. Because what you are about to hear in the next few minutes is something the entire football world has been quietly whispering about, and today it has finally become impossible to ignore. Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest goal scorer in the history of football, the man who turned 41 years old this year and still refuses to step away from the spotlight. The legend who has scored over 900 career goals and broken every record that existed before him. But here is the shocking truth that Al-Nassr does not want the world to focus on right now. While everyone was watching Ronaldo's every move, his injury, his recovery, his World Cup dreams, the club quietly made a move in the transfer market. A calculated, deliberate, and very specific move. A 21-year-old forward has been signed. A young player already tested at senior international level. A player who insiders believe is being brought in as the long-term answer to the question Al-Nassr has been afraid to ask out loud. What happens when Ronaldo is gone? And that question, my friends, is no longer theoretical. It is happening right now in real time. Stay with me because this story has more layers than you think. And before we go any further, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. You do not want to miss a single update. SCGman1. The shocking reality, Ronaldo's position is already shifting. Let us start with the facts, because the facts alone are jaw-dropping. Cristiano Ronaldo turned 41 years old on February 5, 2026. In footballing terms, that number should tell you everything. No outfield player in the modern era has been consistently competitive at the highest level at this age. But Ronaldo, being Ronaldo, has defied logic at every single turn. This season, he has scored 11 goals in 12 Saudi Pro League appearances, numbers that would embarrass players half his age. He is still chasing Al-Nassr's all-time scoring record, sitting just 20 goals away from becoming the club's greatest ever goal scorer. On the surface, everything looks fine, but here is where the cracks begin to appear. According to verified reports from World Soccer Talk, Al-Nassr head coach Jorge Jesus made a decision this season that nobody predicted. In 6 out of Al-Nassr's 26 matches so far, Ronaldo was left out of the starting lineup entirely. Not because of injury, not because of suspension. It was a conscious tactical decision by the coach to keep the greatest goal scorer of all time on the bench. Read that again. The coach of Al-Nassr benched Cristiano Ronaldo 6 times this season. This has never happened consistently before, not at Sporting Lisbon, not at Manchester United, not at Real Madrid, not at Juventus. This is a signal, a very loud and very clear signal. Even at a club built entirely around Ronaldo's image, his brand and his greatness. Age is finally becoming a conversation that nobody can avoid any longer. SCGman2. The injury that set everything in motion. Then came the moment that genuinely shook the football world. On February 28, 2026, during Al-Nassr's match against Al-Fayha, Ronaldo went down with a hamstring injury. Within seconds, social media exploded. Fans across the globe held their breath. Because this was not just about a club football match. This was about the 2026 World Cup. The tournament that Ronaldo himself has openly confirmed will be his last. He told CNN anchor Becky Anderson back in November 2025, confirming that the North America 2026 tournament would be his final World Cup stage, adding that his overall retirement timeline extends probably 1 or 2 years beyond that point. Portugal head coach Roberto Martinez quickly stepped forward to calm the panic. He stated clearly that Ronaldo was not in serious danger, describing it as a minor muscle injury and adding that everything Ronaldo has done physically this season proves he is in outstanding shape. Medical assessments confirmed Ronaldo could return within 1 to 2 weeks, with Al-Nassr's April 3 fixture against Al-Nassr identified as a realistic comeback date. Ronaldo himself posted a 4-word update on his social media, "Getting better every day," alongside images of intensive gym rehabilitation, including leg strengthening routines and upper body sessions. So the injury itself appears minor, but the timing of everything around it? The timing opened a door that Al-Nassr had already been quietly walking through. SCGman3, the confirmed replacement, the 21-year-old who changed everything. Now we reach the part that makes this story truly explosive. While Ronaldo was recovering and the world was distracted by World Cup speculation, Al-Nassr made a transfer move that flew almost completely under the radar. According to World Soccer Talk, Al-Nassr completed the signing of a 21-year-old forward in the January 2026 transfer window, with full agreements already reached on both contract length and salary figures. This was Al-Nassr's very first signing of the 2026 calendar year, and the specific details make this even more significant. The player is Abdul Karim, and he is set to become the first Iraqi player to join Al-Nassr since Nashat Akram back in the year 2003. That is over 2 decades. The club has not signed an Iraqi player for 23 years straight, and at this precise moment in time, they have broken that pattern. Is that a coincidence? Or is Al-Nassr delivering a very deliberate message about the future direction of the club? The club's own statement described this signing as a calculated step toward building the future around youth, balance, and long-term planning. Those words were not chosen randomly. Youth, balance, long-term planning. Every single phrase points away from a 41-year-old player in the final stage of his career, and toward a fresh new era that Al-Nassr is already preparing for right now. The club has made it clear that while Ronaldo remains the central figure at present, every new signing is being evaluated not just for immediate impact, but for how it ensures continuity beyond star power. That is essentially a diplomatic way of saying we are grateful for Ronaldo. We respect what he built, but we are already constructing the world that comes after him. As Juman 4, the partnership collapse. Sadio Mane is also walking away. But the replacement story does not stop there, not even close. Because at this exact same moment, Ronaldo is also facing the potential loss of his most trusted attacking partner. Sadio Mane, the Senegalese international who has been Ronaldo's closest partner in attack at Al-Nassr, is reportedly edging steadily closer to a departure from Saudi Arabia. According to World Soccer Talk reports, Mane is seriously considering a return to European football, with interest from top leagues increasingly realistic. Across 3 seasons at Al-Nassr, Mane has been nothing short of exceptional. He has scored 47 goals and registered 32 assists in 119 total appearances, making him one of the most consistent performers in the entire Saudi Pro League. His presence has brought pace, balance, and experience to an attack that has revolved around Ronaldo's goal-scoring instincts. Together, they have formed one of the most feared attacking combinations outside European football. But that partnership may now be heading toward its end. The potential departure of Mane would represent a genuinely significant shift for Al-Nassr, one that reshapes not just the squad balance, but also Ronaldo's personal rhythm and comfort on the pitch. Replacing a player of Mane's quality who has built such strong chemistry with Ronaldo will not be straightforward. And the timing, happening simultaneously with the arrival of a 21-year-old forward, suggests Al-Nassr is not simply replacing one individual. They are redesigning the entire attacking structure of the club. Segment 5. What actually happens next for Ronaldo? Now the biggest question. What is genuinely next for Cristiano Ronaldo? According to TalkSport reporter Ben Jacobs, Ronaldo is expected to depart Al-Nassr in the summer of 2027, which aligns perfectly with the expiry of his current contract that was extended by 2 years back in June 2025. An additional 1-year extension beyond that has not been entirely ruled out, but all signs currently point toward 2027 as the finishing line. Beyond playing, Ronaldo's post-retirement plans are already taking clear shape. He currently holds a 15% equity stake in Al-Nassr and is reportedly exploring ways to increase that ownership percentage significantly over time. On February 26, 2026, he also acquired a 25% ownership stake in Spanish club UD Almeria through his investment company CR7 Sports Investments. The man is building a football empire that will outlast his playing days by decades. Even at international level, uncertainty is growing. Portugal coach Roberto Martinez admitted this week that he genuinely cannot predict what comes after the World Cup for Ronaldo. His words were revealing. He said he has learned very quickly not to predict the future with Cristiano. That sentence alone tells you everything about the man. Driven beyond logic. Unpredictable. never finished until he personally decides he is finished. Segment 6. The bigger picture. A generation ends. A new era begins. Here is the truth every football fan needs to sit with for a moment. We are watching the final chapter of the greatest career in football history unfold in real time. The benchings, the injury, the arrival of a 21-year-old replacement, the possible exit of Mane, the ownership investments, the retirement planning. Every single piece of this puzzle is telling the same unified story. Football is preparing for a world without Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch. Al-Nassr signing a young attacker as their first move of 2026 is not just a routine transfer. It is a symbolic statement. It is a club saying, we honor everything he built, but we are also responsible for tomorrow. And tomorrow has a 21-year-old face. Ronaldo, to his eternal credit, seems to understand this transition better than anyone else. He is not fighting it. He is managing it masterfully, positioning himself as an owner, a brand, and a future stakeholder in Saudi Arabian football. Saudi Arabia's 2034 World Cup ambitions will carry Ronaldo's name as a global ambassador long after he is retired. He is not leaving football. He is simply changing his role within it forever. Oyutaro. Closing thoughts. So here's the final question I want to leave with you today. When Cristiano Ronaldo finally walks off that pitch for the very last time, whether after the 2026 World Cup or when his Al-Nassr contract concludes in 2027, will football ever truly feel the same again? The honest answer is no. It will never be the same, but football always moves forward. And right now, Al-Nassr is already moving forward with a 21-year-old attacker, a restructured squad philosophy, and a future vision that is clearly already started. The replacement has been confirmed. The new era has begun. And Cristiano Ronaldo? He may be approaching the final whistle of his playing story. But based on everything we are seeing right now, his legacy as a football icon, a club owner, and a global ambassador is only just getting started. That is everything for today's video. If you found this breakdown valuable, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow. Drop your honest opinion in the comments below. Do you believe anyone can ever truly replace Cristiano Ronaldo? Let the debate begin. Subscribe, share with a fellow football fan, and I will see you in the next one.